is going on, hobby family? It is your boy K-Dub, and this is K-Dub's High Five, 5 rapid fire questions with your favorite hobby faces. And today it's one of the Twitter hobby favorites, one of the hardest working dudes on Twitter, the account behind the show me your card thread every single day on Twitter, my good friend Ryan, aka at Collection RBT on Twitter. How are you doing today, bro?
What's up, guys? I'm so glad to be on the show. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Well, if you know how it goes. I got 5 questions, all hobby related. I'm going to throw them at you one right after another. You ready to take on the high five?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to
All
take
right,
it
man.
on.
First question. Here we go. Your Twitter handle is at Collection RBT. Obviously, that is a hobby account. Kind of walk me through how you began your Twitter hobby journey.
So yeah, so I can walk you through that. So I'd say at the height of the pandemic in about January of 2020, honestly, it was around 2021 actually. So a little over a year ago. I remember I was playing video games. I played a lot of Madden.
Okay.
And I would spend a lot of money on my Ultimate Team. And I watched a YouTube video about like cards and how that market's going. I'm like, man, I spend way too much money on video games and I love sports, so I might as well start putting it into something. So I did some research. I went to my mom's house. I got my cards and I went through them all.
Yep.
And I ran into my Mike Trout rookie that I bought when I was 10 years old.
Boom.
And I bought it for like $5 or $10 at the time. And I looked it up at that point of the pandemic, it was worth like $400.
Wow.
So I was like, holy crap, I gotta start doing this. This is like, so that's how that started. And honestly, I haven't played a video game since then. Like that, like this is my big hobby. I've met so many good people through it. My Twitter handle, there's nothing behind that. There's just my initials. And, I didn't know what else to put in there. So I figured collection, because that's what I do. And at first it was just, I was trying to just sell my dad's old like 1990 Fleer cards.
Yep.
And obviously no one wanted that junk. So I ended up making a lot of good connections through it. So yeah, that's kind of how it started. And so yeah, I think you had another question that was probably going to tie into that one.
For sure, man. Yeah, we'll run right into question number 2 then. When it comes to your own hobby journey, whether that is through Twitter or like you said, as a kid, who would you say have been some of your biggest influences in your own hobby journey?
So when I was a kid, my dad, I grew up a big Red Sox fan. My dad's a huge Yankees fan.
Okay.
And we would get into kind of collecting a little bit when, I was a kid, and then I stopped, and kind of that whole thing of like going through his old cards again brought the nostalgia back. But honestly, my biggest influence for hobby Twitter was TGN Cards, Tyler, who we all know is the non-sports card guy. He used to be into more of the sports cards when I started, and I've known him for a while outside of hobby Twitter. He used to actually run a pretty big Celtics fan page, so that's where I knew him, and he got me into it, and I've been friends with him ever since. So that's been really good. But I'd like to give a special shout out to my guys. It's Stack, HTV 98, TJ Schumacher, and Euphoric Cards, all those guys. I'm really good friends with all of them. They've helped me with all my Tatum expenditures, everything. They're really supportive. And I've, besides Euphoric Cards, all the other guys, I've met them in real life, and I consider them like real friends. So it's pretty awesome.
Pretty cool, man. Well, we'll make sure to at all those dudes on this video so they know that they got the shout out for sure. So,
yeah.
All right, man. Question number 3. The grail card for you, my friend. We all know you're the Tatum guy, but I don't know if that's where the grail is going to go. Is there a grail card for you, and what is it and why?
All right, I'll give you 2. So my grail Tatum card is just a National Treasures RPA. Those are like super amazing, and I probably will never get my hands on one, but anyone could say like a 1-of-1 rookie, anything like that, but I just want something like that. That would be my grail. I'd be all set. But in general, the grail card for me, man, if I could get my hands on any card, it's a tough one. I mean, I really love the black refractors from Topps Chrome.
Okay.
Um, if I could get my hands on a LeBron Topps refractor rookie,
Let's go.
that would be, you know, the grail. Even though I mean I respect LeBron, I like LeBron, but that would be the one to just have and be like, yeah, look what I got. I got
Yeah,
this, and you don't.
for
So
sure.
that would probably be the grail. I'd have to say for me. I grew up watching all that, all those
Yeah.
guys. So that's why it would be for me, not because he's my favorite, but that's because that's what I grew up with.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, you get the, you know, the Jordan rookie or you get the LeBron rookie. I mean, they're just cards that are just going to be display pieces forever and always. So
Exactly.
you gotta love
Exactly.
it, man. You gotta love it. All right, respect to the Tatum, but respect to the LeBron as well. Especially you being a Boston fan. I don't know if you can love LeBron that much. So
It's, you know, over the years, he's earned my respect. You know, I think this year was kind of a rough year for him, but I don't know. I might be one of the only Boston fans that can say I don't mind LeBron.
gotcha. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's move from the cards to the product. You can rip any product you want. Money not an option. What product are you gonna rip and why?
Oh, easy one. '03 Topps Chrome basketball
Okay.
for obvious reasons. LeBron, Bosch, Wade, rookies, look, Carmelo, all in that class. I grew
Yeah,
up when I was a kid. Carmelo Anthony was my favorite player.
for sure.
I think that would be, you know, that's an iconic set. You can pull some crazy things out of there. It's pretty much unattainable to rip now. You can't. It's like the Brady, like the 2000 Bowman Chrome for Brady.
For sure.
But I would say that for sure. And that was like the easiest question I've been asked because I grew up watching all those guys. So that would be amazing to even just view somebody rip that. That would be super nostalgic.
For sure. And every pack you rip, you're pulling a card that brings back the memory of
Exactly.
exactly. No, I feel you on that. Mine's 96, 97 with Kobe's class. I mean,
Oh
just
yeah, that's a great one too. Yeah.
all those dudes, just every time, you know, I see those cards or those players, just brings back the memory to my, you know, middle school and high school.
Yeah.
So,
I
totally
would
feel that.
Yeah, I would have to say to bring back like the memories of like when I started ripping, it would probably be like '07, '08 Topps.
Okay.
Like that was just even the design. That's so nostalgic. That one brings back literally my childhood because that's when I started opening cards was that. So that's another one for sure.
Right on, man. Right on. I love it. All right. Last question I got for you. I love your show me threads. I've been fortunate to be a special guest threader, if you will.
Of course.
But you do that every single day, and you got people sharing cards every single day. Keeps you busy. I'm sure keeps your notifications going. How did you come up with the idea of the show me threads?
Yeah, so that's actually a good story I like to tell. So it was around Christmas of the, you know, this past Christmas, and you know, I was spending a lot of time, you know, trying to find out where I stood on hobby Twitter. You know, I knew I wanted to make an impact. I wanted to be something that was, you know, it was more for me than for anybody else. Like I just wanted something to look at because I was really bored and I was going through a tough time myself. So I did it one day and it got like over 100, you know, replies or something. I was like, wow, this is cool. I get to see all these cards. You know, maybe I can come up with a new thing every day and maybe recycle some every now and then because I want to see new cards. I want people to interact because sometimes there's a lot of negativity on the timeline. So I just want to, even though I don't get to respond or see everything, I know other people get to do that. And I think that's like a really good way to bring everyone together. You know, people like to get to know what I collect and we all get to know what everyone else collects because sometimes for especially those new people in the hobby, it's hard to like post a picture of your card and be like, look at my card because it's not getting much feedback. So at least in my threads, everyone will see it. So I really enjoy that. It's my favorite thing. Like I remember once I saw like early on, it was only like a $5 to $10 like Ted Williams super short print, but it was one of him fishing. And I was like, God damn, that's one of the coolest cards I've ever seen. Like, and just seeing things like that is just, it makes my whole day. So yeah.
For sure, man. But you come up with new ones every single day. So how do you keep coming up with threads?
It's honestly, so some of them I recycle, you know, because you can post different things each time, you know, like you got your silvers, refractors, your short prints, you know, those things. How do I come up with the other ones? You know, this is kind of silly, but I kind of just go through my box and I will look at cards. I'm like, have I posted one of this yet? No. So there's nothing really much goes behind it, but sometimes I'll go into my drafts and I'll have like one set up for the whole week. So if I'm busy one day, I can just go into it, click tweet, boom, done.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do try to put work into it. I do, and I know like it doesn't have to be the craziest thing, and it will get people to reply and people will enjoy it. So that's all. I'm trying to be more creative and think of crazier ones. I think the craziest one I've had so far was show me a card that resembles food or beverage in any way. And that one wasn't one of my most popular ones, but I thought it was funny. So, I'll try to do more like that.
Well, people don't usually have cards, in their photos of like that remind them of food. So
yeah, like I've one of,
you've got to do a little bit more legwork.
Yeah, exactly. It's not easy. Just be like, oh, here's just a base rookie. No, it's like you actually got to think about it. Yeah.
Sure. Well, it's appreciated, man. I love it. I love being a part of it. I think, like you said, it gives people a space to share. Maybe when they don't feel like their space is heard, and so keep it up, man. Keep it going. So,
thank you.
One bonus question for you.
Oh,
30
awesome.
seconds. Are the Boston Celtics going to win the NBA Finals? Yes or no, and why?
Yes, they're going to win the finals because they, let's forget about what happened today, but they got the defensive mentality. They look hungry. They got the coach. They got the best fans in the world. If I went out on here saying no, I think everyone would throw tomatoes at me. So I got to go all in. Yeah, they're going to win. It's going to be Celtics Warriors, and the Celtics are going to win in 6 games.
Let's go.
Calling it here right now. Yeah.
Bank on it, man. All right, man. We got a high five at the end of high five. Throw it up. Boom. You can check out my boy Ryan and his Show Me threads every day on Twitter at CollectionRBT. You can also follow me if you're bored at Mr. K-Dub. Always remember, be the good in the world. My friend, I thank you for joining me. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time on the next High Five.
This is a demo sound of freeintromusic.com.